Hi there everyone, welcome to the YouTube video here on the channel. My name is Emily. Today we are here in DCS World. We're on the Normandy map again. This time we're simulating something a little bit different. One of the most popular videos I've ever done was the attack on the Black Sea, a potential sort of NATO versus Russia's Black Sea fleet. Well, what is the natural progression for that, I hear you ask? That's right, it's NATO versus the Baltic fleet. So, what I've done is I've done my best to recreate the order of battle based off what's available here. Probably favours Russia a little bit there. And this is all sort of placed in. I'll link to the article. But in really simple terms, this is the Baltic fleet over here. We've got a Udaloy standing in for a Sovremini. Udaloy 2 standing in for a Sovremini. Got Nostroshimi playing itself. Nostroshimi playing itself. A Karaka standing in for a Stregushi class corvette. Same there, same again. A Sheldag standing in for a... So this time I've made a change. I've not included the Rapukas because really in DCS they have no combat ability. They're just going to sit there and catch bullets. So this though is replacing a Parchim class corvette, which is a basically an anti-submarine corvette. Does have a limited level of service combatant ability, so I put it in. Got a Karaka playing itself, Molnia playing a Tarantul. So basically there's a bunch of Molnias here, which are Tarantul class ships, playing different variants of Tarantul class ships. Also, based at... Sorry, quickly finding... Yes, the Baltic Fleet Coastal Forces, the 11th Army Corps, based at Gusev. No, they don't. Stand by. I saw Bastion in here, basically. I was scrolling through and I saw Bastion here. So yes, the 152nd Guards Missile Brigade has Iskander Mikes. Those aren't usable in an anti-shipping capacity at the moment. However, the 25th Coastal Defence Missile Brigade has Bastions, and they're based at Donskoye Air Base. So the idea is they have deployed, and they're on the coast, ready to sling missiles at NATO. And expecting this to happen, NATO, this is sort of a bit of a thing in the future, is basically parachuted some HIMARS in. However, these are HIMARS with the precision PRSMs, which is Break, the Precision Strike Missile, which is a tactical ballistic missile being developed by the United States to replace ATACMS. This will have a multi-mode seeker on it. It's basically it's not out yet. But in an event of all-out war with Russia, I think they could parachute this in and it would just about work. So, that is the plan there. Order of battle on the NATO fleet. I've gone for a fairly sort of toned-down fleet for the Baltic. Got a Ticonderoga. Basically, this thing's job is to just sling anti-ship missiles, sling SM-6s. Arleigh Burke, same job. 2 Type 45s from Britain. They're here well, they've got obviously limited anti-shipping capacity themselves, but they're primarily here to put warheads on, warheads on missile warheads. So they're here in the air defence capacity. We've then got another Arleigh Burke in, and a Visby class corvette, an Aquitaine, and another Visby. And these are sort of boxed up together so they can really provide mutual defence for each other. As you can see, 121 mile shot, so well within range for Bastion. Well, and also they are. I've started them in the English channel. Why am I using the English channel? That is a really good shout. The reason for that is I've lost my Google Maps window. I think yes, I have. Crap. I have to edit that anyway. So this is where I am in Newcastle upon Tyne, but this is the Gulf of Finland. The idea is, in the Gulf of Finland is, you know, about 50 miles across. It's close enough for me. It is close enough for me. I mean, you know, you've got 50 miles in the narrowest sections, 40 miles. It's not that far off the part of the channel that we're manoeuvring in today. So the whole concept of compressed together fleet is there. I've left out actual air power assets because thinking about it, I do not think, well, I was just trying to simulate the Russians accurately. I cannot simulate A, their more modern anti-shipping weapons, and B, I can't simulate a NATO response. In this sort of situation, there'd be Gripens buzzing around and all that kind of stuff. So what we're going to say is they sort of neutralise each other enough to the point that they're not worth simulating. And what we're going to do is we're just going to do the ship fight today. Mods, as usual, most of them are coming from Current Hills. The Udaloys are from the DCS website. I will get a link to all of the mods I've used today, hopefully, in the description down below. Obviously, HIMARS and Bastion is a Current Hill mod. So, without further ado, let's just check these guys' ranges, actually. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a AWACS up here as well really quickly. So put it there. We'll do ETD at 26,000 feet. Zap. 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 This is how I do AWACS, in case you're wondering. Basically, it means that the AWACS should just about be able to detect the Russian fleet and therefore give over the horizon targeting ability to the NATO fleet. The Russian fleet, A, doesn't really need it. B, I don't think, whilst I think NATO would have the ability to have. Nah, you know what? I'm going to stick an AWACS up for Russia as well, just for fairness here. And we'll put that 200 miles away. Shows how small this map is in real terms, doesn't it? So 200 miles is over there. Oh. Zap. Zap. 26,000 feet again, so it can see over the horizon. Zap. Zap. It'll be about a 4-hour engagement, so I'm going to... You know what? 2 hours is all they'll need to actually sting the missiles at each other. What's this final point? This is what I do to set missions up, so it just shows you guys. Yeah, I've got about 2 hours of AWACS, well, actually 2 and a bit hours of AWACS coverage there. So that's absolutely fine. What we'll do, fly the mission. It's not Sniper Boat, it's Nato. Mr. Baltic Fleet. Let's see how this goes. I will probably end up doing a Northern Fleet and a Pacific Fleet. Also as well, all Russian fleets have some sort of submarine capacity. Submarines, whilst they are simulated in DCS, aren't really done to a proper standard. Yes, they can shoot torpedoes, but nothing can kill them in real terms. So yeah. Anyway, without further ado, here is the fleet. So this is Udaloy. This is an Udaloy 2, the Admiral Chabenko. Looks rather impressive, really. Nice Rashimi, nice Rashimi. Karakurt flying the Russian Naval Pallant. The Sheldags, they're just there as a body double. These are more or less here to catch bullets. Hopefully they've got a damage model. I've not tested them. If they don't, I'll cry. Molniers for days. The thing is, Molniers, when they get in range, they blow all of their... They basically blow their own... Well, look at that! NATO's shuts out. SM6s are on the way. Boom. What's Russia firing? Russia's firing Calibers. I believe these are. Well, they are basically the naval version of a Caliber. These missiles are going to smack home first, so we're just going to speed time up a little. And this is the Karakurt pumping out those there. So we'll see how many. That's the air defense side. Hermes K. This is basically a Panzer round. So wow. Also, Bastion's out. So's PRSM. Holy balls. Right, we've not seen PRSM yet. We'll go quickly watch these things get intercepted. Or maybe not. Oh my stars. Bam. Missile gone dud, question mark? No. Missile's got a target. Whabammy. Boosh. That is one very unpleasantly hurt character. Right, let's have a look at these PRSMs. This is the first time I've seen these. These are replacements. These are like these. Actually, these are going to replace the attackums, so they are incredibly quick. 31. Hang on, 3. Stand by. To whilst I Google what Mac that thing is doing. Mac calculator. Speed of the object in. Okay, I'm going to do in miles an hour, and then I'll actually do it in knots. There we go. So, speed of the object is 3155. He's doing 4.7 times the speed of sound. And I believe that's at sea level as well. Yeah, that's at sea level. Oh yeah, it doesn't account for altitude. But wow, boosh, as they would say. SM6. This is an air defense one, I think. Yeah, because it's just raining down. You can see they are defending themselves. We've got SM6 out. Harpoons fired. I think they must have come out of the Aquitaine. RBS 15's fired. More harpoons fired. These are the PRSMs coming out. Bear in mind, Bastion is on its way at low level, hasn't been intercepted yet. What we'll do is we'll ride this rocket in. Wow! Look at that! That is crazy. Now, part of the argument here would be these PRSMs probably not actually designed to be able to get through. It's the with these, more or less, what they are there to do is shut the Russians up a bit. And wait, PRSM. Oh god. Okay, I just hit a Molniya. Molniya's down to half health. And the bridge is gone. Wow. And it had just no hope to defend itself. So that is probably the most damaged ship now, is the Molniya that caught the thing there. Got an SM6 coming in with a load of Hermes after it. Look at that! Wow, look at the amount of rounds it's soaking out. I mean, also look how quick these are. 3,000 knots, bam. And it killed it. And these are all self-destruct now as well. We've got harpoons that were fired 5 minutes ago, and they're still on the way in. We've got bastions now. They're probably going to be the next major thing for them to counter. SM2s, ESSMs. For some reason, the British are not engaging. This is the RBS-15 fired by the Visbys. This is basically a Sea Eagle missile. It's transonic, but it's so low, it's next to impossible to target. So that is an SM6 fired. That's the harpoons that like I said, were fired about 10 minutes ago. Bastions are now coming in. Watch them. So we now got RBS-15s, RBS-15s. I don't know, Whoa, look at that! Hang on. Break. Look at the amount of things we're firing off here. Boom. 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 This is where we see just how superior Aegis is to pretty much anything in the world. In reality, obviously, I know it's a series of algorithms that does it in the game, but in reality, Aegis is basically AI control for your weapon systems, and it can network. Basically, it's a massive network, so the ships can talk to each other. Boosh. Ships can talk to each other, figure out what's going on. Another round of bastions is being fired. Let's just check that they're at battery. I mean, they're probably reload and fire, but looking at them, yeah, I think they'll have expanded rounds now. Yeah, because I'm not in thingy mode, so it doesn't tell me how many rounds they've got left, but they're probably expanded now. And we've got cruise missile on its way in. So see how this does. This is, again, this is much faster. It's doing 1.8, well, 3 times the speed of sound at 20 feet off the deck. Not gonna lie, I am worried about this one. Whew. But, ooh, they waved to each other and went past. Hello! Dead. Yeah, so they're not even using sea. It's not even getting at seaward range at this point, which is just madness. These are cruise missiles coming out, so yeah, because these are the RBS-15s and the harpoons going in about the same time. Oh heck, this one's making its way through again, and it's coming in about the same time as a Bastion raid. I'm going to sort of monitor both here. So that's your RBS-15s. This is your 3 times speed of sound missile. And then they just, like I say, they just sling missiles. I mean, I'm not actually seeing any Asters go out yet. I don't. Oh no, there's an Aster 15. So that's the missile from the Type 45s. Type 45s will have a phenomenal amount of air defense capability left. Second round of PRSMs going out as well. I think what we're going to probably see here is an expending of munitions on the part of the Russians. I think they're going to probably run out of air defense capabilities. Harpoon is way too high. 50 feet off the deck used to be stealthy as anything, no longer is. However, they're all coming in at about the same time. So let's just fast speed time up a little here. Look at that, just swarm of Hermes right coming out. Ooh, this one's probably going to get through at the rate we're going at. Yep. No. Boosh. But I mean, I wish we could see the actual. I mean, you can see on the Caracat they have the VLS on top there, and they have the 4 Hermes launchers at the back. Those do look to be reloaded on this Caracat. So this Caracat is on fire. This Caracat is on fire. This one's probably out of combat at this point. I don't think this one is going to be firing. This Molnier is definitely out of action. But again, if it sails on, it'll just act as a target. Right, I speed time up. Just 15 times speed, nice and easy. What's shooting at him? This is the world's worst catch down shooting at him. Sounds like a Caracat firing its main gun at him. Yep. Nope. Nostroshimi? Is it you? Nostroshimi's engaging everything. It's fired some missiles straight forward. What's it fired straight forward? Tall. Finally seeing the first sort of conventional old missiles coming out. Boosh. And Tunguska's on its way as well. I did forget how much the bigger ships carry in that group, but I mean, there was a genuine worry here that none of the rounds are going to get through and it's just going to be a naval gunnery exercise at that point. What I'm going to do is speed time up a little. I'm getting a third round of PRSMs out. I think PRSMs are probably firing in clusters, but yeah. Like I say though, I mean, I think that the way CH models them, I think they all have sort of one reload each. So basically, you can see them. Yeah, these empty. So I think potentially they fire sort of one bunch each, and are going from there. PRSM on its way to the target. You see it's burning all the way in. It's doing like 3,000 knots. The reason it's slowing down is it's coming down in altitude and the air density is increasing. Got more RBS-15s out. RBS-15s, the current sort of flavour of the NATO attack. Oh, speed up time again. They're so low, they don't come off the radar horizon to about 3 or 4 miles. or 4 or 5 miles, sorry, at least at sea level. However, mass amount of radars help with that bit. Interesting, they're sort of firing across each other here. Trying to get, like, in the last one, I had a screenshot of the Hermes K killing I think it was a harpoon. Each time we can sort of do Hermes K killing an RBS 15. Zap. Miss. You can see, even though they have a good PK, it's never 100. I'm generally interested to see 3 rounds out. What we'll do is we'll ride the Hermes K onto it. There we go. I'm going to quick grab a screenshot here. I do apologise. Snipping tool. Snipping tool. Snipping tool. Snip, snip, snipping tool. Oosh. Interestingly, the Russians have fired very little in terms of the sort of classic missiles. Must speed time up just because, like I say, they're basically going to be firing broadly similar exchanges of rounds here. Harpoons, SM6s are out. Oh, that was a late kill. You can see they are wasting so many Hermeses going after these SM6s. This must be anti-shipping mode SM6. Also interesting is going for the same Karakurts it did before. I wonder if they are sort of identifying the targets going, well, a shell dog can't do much to me, I don't care about that, I can kill that with my gun later. You know, a Karakurt's capable, a Molniya's capable, let's kill those. SM6. What we'll do as well, now that they're done, is go, well actually, if I don't have right arms enabled for this mission. If I did though, all I would need to do, what happened now, as soon as they fired their missiles, they would pack up and go. But yeah, like I say, at the moment we're just trying to do sort of isolated what-if battles here, not sort of show-stoppingly complicated manoeuvres. Although that's going for a Udaloy. Is it? Whoa. Okay, sorry, I'm just grabbing another thumbnail here. That looks nice, yeah. We'll save that screenshot. No, I quite like the action screenshots for thumbnails. Yeah, never underestimate a Kashtan gun. Must be there are missiles there throwing firing Kashtans. And the thing is, Kashtans can't really. Oh no, they are. They've got their Tours are out for the. Although Tours are out, so that, like I say, that indicates to me that we are getting fairly end stage. Yeah, Tours lost solution then self-destructed. But what the hell? So the Karakurt fired its main gun. So the main gun on the Karakurt doubles as an anti-aircraft gun by the looks of things. But what we'll do is another thumbnail, I guess. Really. But no, I'm quite. Like I say, I love these battles. They are just so fascinating to watch. And the thing is, as well, I'm going to pause about this a little bit, and this is something that we need to remember when we talk about, when we talk about war, and that is the human cost, right? at the end of the day, if this was a real battle, the majority of people on these ships don't want to be here. They'd rather, given a choice of battling to the death in the middle of the ocean or sitting at home with their families drinking cups of tea, it's a no-brainer for most people. And yeah, that's the sort of the way to, I think, to remember with war, is it's just such a colossal waste. I think we're probably going to see this go down to main guns. SM6 round coming in. Oh wow, Utilite got hit, I didn't even notice. Good that they get sunk now. Is that the Utilite? That is the Utilite. Boosh. Now, it's the one mod I haven't tested today, and I was really worried about the... So I'm just going to... Yes, so there is also debate on how much damage an SM6 would actually do to a ship. My personal opinion is this. With the SM6s, what they do very well is they fly incredibly fast, right? This will be about a ton of metal doing 2 times the speed of sound, or 3 times the speed of sound, at sea level. That is going to cause damage even without an explosive charge. And I think, it's the whole thing of, if you drop a hammer on your foot from, a centimetre up, it doesn't hurt much. If you throw a hammer at your foot and the hammer's doing the speed of sound, you haven't got a foot anymore, mate. Haven't got a foot anymore. So now that this character is dead, it is going to sink out. However, because I'm not sure, there is one over there that is dead. Like I say, basically because it hasn't sank yet, it is still a radar target. So NATO missiles are still going to target it because they can't tell that it's dead. And I keep pressing the wrong button, for which I'm deeply sorry. Molnias are now starting to be picked off, which is interesting. Caracurts, I think they must realise that these Caracurts are the less capable variants. They've only given them 1 round each. Basically, those Caracurts have like 1 or 2 missiles, not many. Because they're the ones that are pretending to be this Tsugushi class multi-role corvettes, because they only have 4 KH-35s. So yeah, basically saying you're not as capable, we'll thump you, but not as hard. So let's fast forward time now. At this point, it's RBS-15s. So the RBS-15s do tend to be attacked by the point defense weapons. Oh, this one's got a pop-up in. Oh, ooh, and boom, kabammy. Now, what damage does that do? That's half health on a nice Rishimi already. Wow. And I've got to take a second hit, I think. Yep. Bam. Nostroshimi's basically dead and on fire now. What I find fascinating about all of this, look at the NATO fleet. Okay, 1 Tycho has taken some rounds actually, so that's abnormal actually. Last time we did this, the NATO fleet got away completely unscathed, but 1 Tycho's taken a hit, and that appears to be it. So there's deaths on both sides, but yeah, the Russians have got a much bigger fleet, but are doing drastically worse today. You can see the Karakurts firing their point defense guns, or their main guns, as in anti-aircraft mode. Wow, got him with cash down. Ooh, miss. That's a dead Molniya. Well, basically dead Molniya. So you got hit straight in the forecastle. The gun took most of the impact, I would argue. The gun's probably knocked out, but the rest of the ship should still function. Interestingly, the Molniyas still haven't actually fired their weapons, but what we'll do is I'm going to fast forward time again. We're also only an hour into the combat here. SM6 rounds coming in. Hermes. Wow. Like I say though, on average, we're looking at sort of two missiles to kill one missile. Thump. That's the unhurt Molnier now on fire. Oh, no, that's the unhurt Molnier now. Oh, I'm not sure which Molnier got hit there. Yeah, Nostroshimi's probably gonna, like I say, Nostroshimi's out of action. It's just that to catch bullets now, basically. Right, these are RBS-15s on the way in. They're probably going to be unopposed now. But it looks like the AI is trying to be intelligent and only target the ships that it thinks are actually a threat. I think that's quite cool. Oh. It's a Karakurt gun engaging, and so green bullets are a Karakurt gun, yellow bullets are one of the gunboats. We've now got all the Molniers, bar one, on fire, and one Shaldag, alright. I think this Karakurt's lined up in a way that it basically catches the bullets for the Molnier behind it. It's crazy. We'll just fast forward time now. Because there's... Molnier dead. Bonk. She's going to sink out now. So yeah, it's the gunboats and one Nostroshimi. That's fine. Yeah. Gunboats are fine. Good about Mr. Molnier. One Tycho damaged. Everything else in the NATO fleet is just BAU. They're stopping for some reason. I don't know why. I do find they do this in large fleet engagements. They'll just stop randomly. Oh. He's taking a hit, I think. Yeah, that Nostroshimi is now taking damage. He's firing... What's he firing? Gauntlets. So he's firing basically just point defense missiles. So these are the predecessors of Hermes K. They're not as good of Hermes because... Yeah, wow. Did you see that? That was cool. Uh-oh. Some 6 going for a Karakurt. It's interesting to watch and see how much they actually defend themselves here. Wow. So all the Russian ships except the Shaldags now have got some form of battle damage sustained to them. Let's go to 60 times again. They're doing sort of an element of time on target here. Oh, that's NSMs. So naval strike missiles are now out from the Type 45s. They haven't fired yet. Oh no, there's 2. So there's 2 rounds of naval strike missiles. This is the naval strike missile. This is a Norwegian invention. And it's now flying the right way up, which is good. It's a good fix to have. 20 feet off the deck. Bonk. So again, it's transonic, incredibly low. And I think probably low observability as well. Which always helps things. That's going for the Molnier, which is dead. Oh no, the Shaldag's been hit. The Shaldag's basically wrecked now. Naval strike missile again. Naval strike missile's knocked out. And this is the... I think that was probably Nystro. Bonk. And that's the dead Karakurt. Just to make absolutely sure. That Karakurt is now very dead. So you've now got the 2 untouched ships, which are the Karakurts with the limited naval capacity. Huh. Okay, there's 1 ship which is untouched. To be honest, if I was the commander of this ship, I'd be turning it around and running away. That's just me. Yeah, the strike missiles after him. He's not going to have a good day at the office. No, they're not targeting that ship at all. They're targeting the one that's on fire. Bomb. Two Karakurts on red health. That's going to be a dead Karakurt. Let's watch this one going first. Boop. Yeah, that's a character that's about to be deaded. There's the shell dog. And this is thumping a Molnier. Bonk! He's barely hanging on, but staying afloat at this point, this guy, I think. I think he's probably going to be sinking out soon. Yeah, you look at the things, he's fully expanded his Hermes, so it's literally just out the fact that they're not carrying enough rounds. More naval strike missiles coming out of the Type 45s, only 2. They're probably going to close to gun range now and just kill the rest of them with the guns. Interesting, the Molniers are normally pretty, they look like tiny little ships. I can't show you one now, but they normally, oh, that's going for nice receiving. Oh. Sorry, the Molniers are basically tiny little ships with 2 cascades on the back and 4 massive sunburn launchers on the front. Sunburns, if it hits a carrier, would probably kill it. They are massive missiles, and you know, so you think of them as puny ships, but they've not got their rounds off at all, and it just shows that, you know, the NATO fleet is largely sort of modernised 2020 tech against a not so 2020 tech Russian fleet. The Russians get their butts handed to them. That's now Caracat on fire. I think they are probably going to be closing to gun range now. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, the A-50 is still flying around up there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait. The SAMs are engaging the A-50. Wow. That's the problem with having AWACS in game. SAMs have no problem giving AWACS a bad day at the office. This SAM's just raining down on this AWACS academy. Oh wow. Oh, he is. That's a screenshot, right? Oops. I don't think they're getting out of that one. Oh no, they are. Must have the parachutes on. Only 2 guys got out though, not the actual sort of avionics operation guys, or just the pilots. Wow. Yeah, like I said, I think we're going to see gunfire now. And let's be honest, the Russian fleet as it stands, yeah, okay, I could probably defend itself somewhat. Somewhat. No. No. Eh. And then we'll look at the NATO fleet. So it's going to be gunfire that it ends with, which I think is rather spectacular, really. We'll just close the radius. Right, so I'm just going to take the chance and go F9. These guys aren't elevating guns or firing guns. Probably the Type 45 to engage first. And their guns are in standard positions too. Now, the thing with the Type 45, there's one literally as we speak. It's Coronation Weekend here in the UK. As we speak, there is one parked in the Thames, ready to to shoot down any aircraft if it has to. But that's yeah. I'd say that's the Type 45's main job is air defence, but it can do everything else if it needs to. And I would argue Type 45s are probably the best air defence cruisers, air defence destroyers in the world. Sorry, especially once they get the Sea Viper system, which should be coming soon. Hopefully, CH will implement that in the game as well. That'd be quite nice to have. But yeah, we're going to see at this point. Like I say, I don't think the Russians can redefend themselves, but I'm happy to be wrong on that front. I'm happy to be wrong. I'm still not firing these guys. We are quite clearly closing in on them. No one's elevating main guns though. It might not be a clean sweep, but I mean, at this point, the Russians have clearly lost. I mean, they started off with a fleet of 17 ships. They've got 6 left, but the 6 they left are largely on fire and in pieces. Like, and the NATO fleet's got 1 ship that it nearly lost, which for naval combat is really remarkable. Wow, look at that! Sorry, they just started shooting there. So the shell bags is, I don't know if he's rendering it as aid or what he's doing, but or just making himself a difficult target. Who's actually firing at him? I wonder. Presume the Burke? No, not the Burke. Type 45? Type 45! Type 45! Yeah! Yeah, boys! I want to get it with muzzle flash. That is a really cool screenshot, actually. You can see the shell flying out of the gun there. My apologies. I'm going to actually turn that off. I have to edit this a lot now. Wow, like I say, that level of just sustained that he's raining down. See, he's not even raining it. He's raining it on this guy. He's like, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to die. Wow, just the sustained heavy rate of gunfire. I said the shell dag's like, what? Help! Oh, there's a Caracat sinking out. I think that's ammonia. Sorry, actually, let's double check. No, that's a Caracat. So there's a Caracat sinking there. This Sheldag having a bad day at the office already. He's like, I just want to go home. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Last harpoon's being fired in there. I don't know why they're still. What's he doing that pretty close together? Bomb. That's embarrassing being killed by a harpoon. Harpoons, like I say, 30 years ago were great, but nowadays they're so slow. They just don't really have any effect on most targets, unless of course you're attacking the Baltic fleet and they're all already destroyed. This guy's back being a world of hurt. Oh, why did he fire? Huh? He's like, fuck it, for glory. If they just I think that the NATO fleet's just gone. Yeah, whatever, mate. We'll let you guys leave. Tell them about what you witnessed today. Oh wow, Type 45 got hit. Who's hit Type 45? Genuinely don't know who's left to hit Type 45. I mean, it's got like some pockmarks. Unless there's actually a machine gun firing, and that's the amount of damage. Right. What we'll do is we're just going to keep running at it and let them mop each other up. So, Sheldag's nearly dead. Sheldag just took 3 direct hits there. What doesn't really know? He's not sure, bless him. We'll just merge them. They're not even killing him with the main gun, they're just machine gunning him. How distressing. Yeah, he's getting 40 mic'd. Oh, there goes the main gun. And then the other Sheldag is over here. He's now at speed. Like, no. I think he's probably going to get away. Unless... No machine gun over there. Pretty much. Nope. He's going to get away. Well, you know what? It's pretty much a massacre by all stretches of the imagination. We're going to end this, like I say, talking about looking at the rather on fire Tycho. What a little challenge that was, though. Like I say, you know, I think I gave a fair representation there to both sides. I try to balance it where it was just a case of what would a reasonable sort of USN/RN/ships we have in game fleet look like. So you've got French Aquitaine, you've got 2 British Type 45s, and you've got the Tycho and 2 Obergs. I think that is a reasonable representation, and then obviously the Swedes got involved because it's their sea basically. So they got involved, and through some Bisbees in the mix. Turns out though, like I say, the Bisbees themselves actually are phenomenal little ships. Instead of still shooting at him, into the VLS on the back there, they have the RBS 15s, and they can actually like awesome pretty make it down. But you know, this guy's gonna get away. I'm gonna go home and tell them what he saw. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.